Yo, what's going on, people? It's Jimmy. Solo show, the scrap sheet today, but we gonna be breaking down UFC Baku, what's going on over there in Azerbaijan. Pretty stacked card, pretty good card. I want to talk quickly about what went down last week. UFC Vegas 119. Manel Kopp, after being dominated for like 2.5 rounds, man, finds a power shot and smokes Kyoji Horiguchi, man. Just crazy. Manel Kopp has that crazy power in that flyweight division, and he's definitely next up after the Pantoja rematch. I think it's got to be him, man. If not him, then who? And if there's no other option, he's always been like one fight away. He's been one fight away for several fights. I think it's crazy that he hasn't gotten his opportunity yet after that one loss to Makayev. That kind of sent him back. But other than that, pretty solid card all around. I can't remember too much off the top of my head because I've just been going over this card so much. Um, UFC news, we got the Dustin Poirier video. That's it's just tough, man. You never want to see an athlete of his caliber, in that state. And these guys, they dedicate their life to this sport, and then once they're done, they have a hard time trying to find, what it is to fill that void. And you know, hopefully he gets and he's always like right next to the action and stuff. He thinks he can be right back in it, which I mean he probably could, but and at a certain point, man, you got to know when to call it a career. And I just hope thoughts and prayers out to him, man. Um, I hope he finds the help he needs, but alcoholism, like getting drunk at an airport, it's not the best look. He's got the Paramount thing. He'll probably be off the desk for a little bit, but then come back. He's still a superstar. He's still a legend in the game, but hope he gets the help he needs. I'd be scared. That cop, I would be terrified if I was that cop trying to. That was crazy. Um, Other than that, Jamal Hill's moving up to heavyweight. I think that's good. All the new heavyweights we can get, makes that division up. And it's been kind of stagnant for a little bit. There's names at the top, but then like the middle of the division, it's a weak, man. So that's that's pretty good news. Other than that, I really can't think about too much of UFC 119 off the top of my head besides the Manel Kopp finish. Um, so I'm just gonna break into Azerbaijan because that's why we're here. We're talking UFC Baku, Fiziev versus Torres, Azerbaijan. Waking up at 9 o'clock Eastern to watch this fight. Let's go, let's go. We started off with what is basically a contender series fight between Tahir Abduliev and Jefferson Nascimento. Jefferson Nascimento just fought, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, I think. You know, he fought at 155. Now he's fighting at 170. Abduliev is the hometown guy. He's a can crusher of sorts too. Got that precise little boxing. Where we are in the world. He's an all right grappler as well. Nascimento just brings the chaos and the pressure. Um, I really don't know which way to go with this fight because you got limited numbers on both. Nascimento is just a forward pressure brawler, and uh, Abduliev really hasn't fought anybody of like aptitude to like actually scout him to see how good he could like actually be. Um, I think you can probably see a knockout because there's like Abduliev could knock out Nascimento just because he's wild and he leaves himself open, or Nascimento can put the pressure on and um, knock out Abduliev just based on his style. I If I'm gonna have to pick a side, I would favor the welterweight, the actual welterweight, the one who fights. So I'm gonna go with Abduliev, but I am concerned. I feel like the best way to do this is under or just fight ends in knockout because I feel like that's a safer call than picking a side. But if I'm picking a side, I think I'm gonna go with the hometown kid. I could see either one winning though. Next up, we have who's next? I can't freaking. Oh, my boy, Bexar Almacan versus Gene Matsumoto. All right, this is a great fight. Great fight. This is an incredible fight. Uh, and what I think about this is Bexar Almacan. He got dealt two hard opponents in the UFC, then crushed Brad Katona. He got Alessandro Taporia, and he got who was the other one he fought? He got Umar. He fought Umar and like Taporia. So like I don't I think people are judging him too harshly just because he fought two of the better prospects in this division. Like what are we talking about? Umar's top of the weight class now, and Taporia's little older brother. Like what are we doing? And Nascimento, he's a split decision merchant. He's a you know Muay Thai striker who really doesn't put he's more kicks, less power in his hands. I think that's where Bexat gets the advantage because he's the better boxer in this spot. He and better wrestler as well. He can mix it up. And their one similar opponent, Matsumoto, went to split decision win over Bracketone, and then Bexat smoked him. So I think they're crazy for thinking that Bexat is the dog, and people are like underrating Bexat here. I'm going with Bexat. I'm okay all day. Next up, we have is this Daniil. Yeah, Daniil Donchenko versus Theodore Burgess, right? Yeah. Am I tripping? Yeah, Theodore Burgess. Um, Daniil Donchenko, tough enough winner. Or not tough enough, ultimate fighter. I'm tripping. Just sparked Alex Moreno, didn't knock him out, but beat the brakes off of him for 3 rounds. Um, and Burgess is coming in on like late short term notice. He's an athletic kid. He's got like okay strikes. He's all right. Um, but I just think this is a squash match. You coming in on late notice, you're just gonna get kind of smoked, man. This guy Donchenko's got fire in for his hands, man. Rocks, man. Um, and Burgess has like a grapple game, but it's not very like he was getting out grappled in his last match, so I can't really say you know it's that great. So when you put like I don't know when you're thinking of the ways to win, it's just more 9 times out of 10. I'm thinking it's Daniil Donchenko. Yo, what's going on? Someone coming up?
Hey
No, not
Jimmy, you know what? Pardon me. I'm actually just getting in, but yeah, I'll be more than happy to pick it up right here since I've been listening to you. And so far, I believe you went with Nascimento, which I completely agree with. Um, for the second fight, did you go with Matsumoto?
no, I went with Bex at Helmicon, bro.
You went okay, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with Matsumoto only because I do. But and by the way, this should be a grappling classic. Um, I'm gonna go with Matsumoto only because I know that he's very aggressive on the ground. So I know the moment that this fight hits the ground, he's gonna go for multiple attempts instantly, and I kind of like that. Now, Big Zach can go,
Hmm.
and there's a very good chance he could pull this one out too. But I'm just gonna go with the guy that I think is a little more aggressive. However, man, if Baxet gets on top, he just might maul him. So that's gonna be a very interesting grappling classic. And as for this one, I am 100% with you, Donchenko for the win, and I think this one's gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah, I think that Bexat fight is one of the best fights on the card. To me.
Oh yeah. If
uh,
you know what, if you understand what grappling is, you're really gonna like that fight.
yeah. Do you want to get into the news cycle, or you just want to talk fights, or do you want to
Say that
talk?
one more.
So you want to get into like what happened this week and the fights, or do you just want to keep rolling with this card?
You know what? Let's just run through this card. If you want to talk about it at the end real quick, we can do that.
All right, all right. What's next? What's next? We have okay. So we just went through
Oh,
Daniil. So is it Ofley?
awful. Yeah.
Yeah, Colin Ofley versus Javier Reyes. Um, I just Colin Hopefully this is the classic striker versus grappler matchup. Reyes just he's a good striker. He's a lot bigger than Colin Hopefully. Um, I just think it's going to be hard for Ofley to get him down to the ground. Reyes does leave himself open with his chin in the air. I just don't think Colin Ofley's a good enough striker to take advantage of that. So I'm gonna take Reyes, but I'm not surprised if people take Ofley. I don't like the odds being 2 to 1 or like like minus 250, minus almost 300. I don't think it's that. I think it's a closer fight than that, but I think Reyes gets it.
Yeah, I think Reyes is going to win this too, and I just think in this fight, I just don't know not to say off it can't win because anything is possible in MMA, but I just think Javier Reyes is just going to be too much. Um, yeah, I just, a matter of fact, I would say he's probably going to finish him. I don't think there's
Mm,
much that Ollie can do, especially if Reyes gets the upper hand on him right away. And I got Reyes kind of easily on this one.
yeah, small, bigger guy. Gonna be hard for Offley to get his game off of. I'm with you. Next up, we got Nursultan Ruzaboyev versus Andrei Puliev. uh, Beanpole versus solid MMA vet. Pulia's just been thrown to the wolves, man. Like he gets credit because he survived at Tipo Gatti. He's just not. I don't think he's like he's okay. He hasn't really impressed me. There's Sultan Ruzaboyev. He's nothing crazy either. He's just a vet in the game. You know what you're gonna get with him every time he fights. He's gonna grapple you, and he's gonna control the fight. It's gonna be his fight the whole way through. Just because Puliev really doesn't present like too much danger to me, or I don't think he's gonna be able to stop the amount of takedowns that Ruzy Boy is about to do. And I don't think his grappling game is, I think it's good enough to maybe not be submitted, but I don't think it's good enough to stop what's about to happen. So I got Ruzy Boy probably decision, maybe slightly into submission if you're crazy, but I think Ruzy Boy wins this on the cards.
In
Yeah,
case in case people haven't picked up the overall theme of this card, it is very grapple heavy. Um, I'm going root. And by the way, did you call him Beanpole?
Puliev, look at him, bro. He's a beanpole. He's 6'5". He's skinny as shit.
You know what? It's actually a good thing to be a beanpole if you have the skills to keep somebody away. If you have the skills to actually just either work a good kick or have a solid jab, or when somebody gets you down, that your Brazilian jiu-jitsu is just amazing enough. So it's actually an advantage. Not in this fight. Rusa Boyev is going to completely maul this fight. Um, yeah, I'm with you. Ruzaboyev by however he wants. I think we're looking at a ground and pound situation here.
Yeah, he does have knockouts on his record too. Like he's got hands. Next up, Slaughter incoming, another sacrifice. Abdul Rahman Yakiaev, the real deal, the real Chechnyan like bad man versus Julius Walker. Walker's not bad. He's a good grappler. But you're going up against the Chechnyan menace, bro, who's just been on a tear. Basically, I think this fight ends within the first 2 rounds. However, Abdul decides, probably the first round, to be honest. I feel like Abdul's going to get him in trouble on the feet, and Julian's gonna panic shoot, and then he's gonna get out wrestled and probably submitted, or he could get club and subbed, or he's gonna immediately shoot and get out. It's one way traffic here, man.
I really wish that Julius Walker had a bit more something to him because I do like the way he fights, but he's just he doesn't have the well-rounded game enough to prevent Abdul Rahman from basically mauling him on this fight. He just doesn't have it. Julius Walker, by the way, is one of those guys who and I don't like this term, but if it would apply to him, is kind of a gatekeeper for um, to find out if a prospect really is the real deal or not. So I got Abdul Rahman winning this match. However, I think Julius Walker might make things interesting if he can connect. That's a
Hey,
big if.
both capitalized, font 42. uh,
Definitely.
we got next up the feature prelim of the night. What was it? Is it Hasanova? Hasan what? What is that? How does that say?
As an all.
Hazanov versus Eric McConaughey. Eric McConaughey 3-0 before he got smoked by Basingor Shusurkayev. Was putting up a good fight with Basingor Shusurkayev before fate happened. Um, Hasanov, he's 5-0 on the LFA scene, I believe, right? He trains at an ATT. He's you know what he's gonna get. He's a grappler heavy guy. Um, but I'm gonna go with the upset here, just based on the fact that Hasanov really hasn't fought anyone that I think is crazy. I think Basingor is better than any of the guys that Hasanov has fought, and McConaughey was able to get up a couple times against uh Basinger and trade strikes with him pretty handedly. And Hasanov in his last fight got dropped by a spinning elbow. So I'm gonna go with the American McConaughey pulling off a crazy upset. You know, we'll find out.
If you please correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was Hasanov versus Eric Nolan.
Oh, is it Eric? Yeah, Eric. I said McConaughey because I was thinking about who Ruzaboyev knocked out. It is Eric Nolan. Eric Nolan still is the guy that.
Oh,
Yeah. It's the same guy. I just got the names mixed up. My bad.
Okay, no worries. I thought that maybe Nolan got injured or something, and it was like a late scratch or so. So, that being said, you stole my thunder on this one. I was going. Here's the thing: Hasanov being a hometown guy automatically shifts a little bit the odds in his favor. But he is a legit favorite in this match. But you stole my thunder because I was going Eric Nolan in this one. This was going to be one of my upsets. I do like him to win this match. I think Hasanov isn't a bad fighter. I just think Eric Nolan's going to be one of those guys that's aggression, go out there reckless, nothing to lose. And I think he's going to make a good account of himself on this one. So yeah, I'm with you on this one. I'm going with the dog, and by the way, I think this is actually going to be a sneakily good fight. But I got Eric Nolan to win.
Feature prelim for a reason, man. Big dog price too, plus 230. I think
Yes, sir.
Sneaky money on it. JB, if you want to run the ads real quick, that's all the prelims before we get into the main event coming at you in Azerbaijan, Baku, Azerbaijan, city first. And my bad, messed that up. Is JB listening to the pod?
The Not Move podcast is fueled by Dubby Energy. Smooth, jitter-free focus, and flavors that slap. Mango, berry, watermelon. Whatever gets you locked in, they've got it. Hit up Dubby.gg, use promo code NOTMOVED, and snag 10% off your order. Stay not moved, stay energized.
Number Friday nights, 9 Eastern. It's the Dribble, NBA edition on the Not Move podcast. We break down the week, the trades, the highlights, everything around the league. Tap in, chop it up with us, and get the takes that move the game forward. Stay not moved.
The Not Moved podcast drop is here. Snapbacks, hoodies, mugs, stickers, totes, everything you need to rep the convo everywhere you go. Limited run, unlimited style. Tap the link, fill the cart, and
tap into the Not Moved podcast every Friday night at 8 Eastern.
We're bringing the scrap sheet, UFC edition.
Every jab, every takedown, every headline.
All the fights, all the drama, all the picks, right here.
Watch live on YouTube or listen anywhere you get your podcast. Hit follow, hit subscribe.
And stay not moved.
Need some new Not Move drip? The In the Wickets hoodie just dropped. Super soft fleece, heavyweight feel, and the official NMP patch on the sleeve. Tap add to cart, check out, and let us handle the rest. In a couple days, it shows up at your door, ready to rock. Rep the podcast from the couch to the tip.
Every Thursday night, the Not Move podcast drops a new episode of
In the Wickets,
our deep dive on everything around the NHL.
We break down the plays, the trades, the stats, and the stories that matter.
Plus, a few hot takes along the way.
Join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern, or catch it on your favorite podcast app right after.
Same energy, same on.
Tuesday nights just got louder. Ringside Rewind is live every week, 9 Eastern.
We're breaking down Raw, SmackDown, and everything leading into the weekend. If it happens between the ropes, we're talking about it.
Deep dives, hot takes, and a few surprise
and
replays.
A whole lot of arguing.
Yeah, but the good kind. Ringside.
The Orphan Elimination Chamber tee just dropped. Fresh out the box. Look at this.
That print is nasty. Chain link O, silver hit. It's tough.
It's soft too, y'all. Fits right. Little drip for the Elimination Chamber weekend.
We rocking these all season.
If you're part of the Not Move fam, you already know.
Jump on it before it's
gone. Grab yours now at Not Move Shop.
Episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by the MLB Shop. They have every team's gear, from classic caps to World Baseball Classic hoodies, all official and all ready for game day. Tap the link in our bio to head straight to the shop and snag your favorite merch.
The drop is here.
NMP gear built for everyday and game day. Hoodies, mugs, and the Coach Common jersey in bold gold. Rep the movement. Feel the energy. Shop new arrivals.
If you're craving baseball talk that doesn't flinch, tap in with us Monday nights at 8 Eastern.
It's the Rusty Mitt MLB edition of the Not Move podcast. Breakdowns, debates, all the swings and misses without the fake fluff.
Join us live or catch the replay wherever you get your pods. Rusty Mitt, not moved. Stay not moved.
Attention Not Move Nation. Our first ever jersey has landed. The NMP by JB Sport Talk collab brings premium mesh, bold gold accents, and that undeniable game day energy. Plus, hoodie drop.
Today's episode of Not Moved is brought to you by Open Goal, the world's #1 backyard goal. If you love soccer but hate chasing balls into the neighbor's yard, this thing is a game changer. Its rebound net sends missed shots right back to you, and the side nets keep your landscaping and your windows safe. It's perfect for kids, for training, or just having fun.
Today's episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by Walmart.com. With our storefront in the Walmart app, you can get everything you need. Pick up or have it delivered.
We ordered dinner while recording and it showed up before we wrapped.
Better Good sweet corn and burrata ravioli.
Nuri protein drinks, even St. Patrick's Day treats.
Walmart.com.
Not Move, fam. Southgate edition just landed and it's fire. Check the tee. Watch out for the skis and the wickets. Hockey stick, cricket wickets, all vibes. We got hoodies, mugs, caps, beanies, whatever you need. Cop yours before they...
At the Not Move podcast, just drop the gear.
Heavyweight hoodies, premium cotton, street ready.
Caps, mugs, and more. Every detail on point.
Whether you're hooping, tailgating, or just repping the pod, NMP fits the culture.
Limited drops. When they're gone, they're gone.
Cop yours today at notmoveshop.fourthwall.com.
We back. All right. Main card opener. We got Abus Magomedov, but he's mid. Versus Prince Michael Olajaychik. I'm going Michael Olajaychik. Abus Magomedov will win the first round and then gas out, and then Michael Olajaychik's going to knock him out round 2. That's what's going to happen. I just see it in the stars, man. He just gasses out so fast, and he just does that. And Michael Olajaychik, ever since going to the fighting there, his like ground game has elevated so much. Like, it's crazy. I don't see Abus is going to be able to finish him. Like, I don't see him finishing him on the ground. I think when it's on the feet, he's going to get styled on, so he's going to rush the takedown. And if Michael gets taken down in the first round, cool. I think I have confidence in him to not get submitted. He was an underdog, and then he flipped to a favorite. He started off as an underdog earlier in the week, and he swapped to a favorite. So the people have seen it. I've seen it. I know what's going to happen, man. It's Michael Olajaychik.
You know what? That's a real interesting take there. I think that this is definitely a 50-50 fight. I'm going to go with Magomedov only because I think he gets the early stoppage. Now, I need this. I need to follow that up by saying, you know what? You make it sound as if the longer the fight goes, the more against Magomedov it will go. That very may be possible. But I think Magomedov may get him up out of there early. I think he just completely engulfs him, gets him to the ground, and squeezes him. I'm not mad at you going the opposite way on this one. I think this is a close fight, but I myself, I'm just going to go with Magomedov. Just call it a feeling.
I hear you. Normally, you're the gas tank guy. You're going with the guy with no gas tank.
In this case, yeah.
Next up, I'm interested to hear how you see this next one. Akram Alaskarov versus Bruno Ferreira. Bruno Ferreira just got smoked by RoboCop in his last fight.
And Bruno Ferreira is an interesting guy because he actually has just about everything you're looking for from a physical standpoint. He is strong. He is quick. But it hasn't come together. Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys where not everything. Looking at him when he walks to the ring, you're going to say, "Wow, this guy looks like a top-notch UFC fighter." But he's not. Like, there's something missing from his game. I don't know what it is, but when you watch him fight, something's not there. I question if he truly has the instinct that you need to be a top-notch UFC fighter. So with that said, I'm going with Ikram Alexkarov for the win on this one. I think this fight probably going to go the distance, but I got Ikram for the win.
I hear you. I'm not mad at that take. I don't like the price tag at 3-1 favorite. I don't agree with that. But Ikram's, he's got the grappling game, to a T. Probably is going to take him down. See how Bruno survives on the ground. But on the feet, I think this is an interesting fight. Bruno's got power. And if it stays like, it was a close fight against the Iron Turtle in Ikram's last fight. Ikram's he hasn't really fought. Ever since that Robert Whitaker fight where he got smoked. He just hasn't really been fighting the best of it. Like he's been looking good against like okay guys, and then like the Iron Turtle was like the last. Iron Turtle's decent, so I'm not gonna you know say anything bad about him. But that was a good win. But that was like his first good win in a while. After that, but for Bruno Ferreira just got. I don't know what Bruno Ferreira. How good is your chin after just getting smoked like that? That's my only hesitation from not picking him. I think I'm gonna go with you on Ikram, but it's possible. I'm not saying I'm not ruling out that Bruno wins this fight, but I'm gonna go Ikram with you. Just I don't know. Very very skeptical of that. Will not bet it. Will not bet this fight. But
No, I understand.
next up, we got Asu Amabayev versus Charles Johnson, and you never know what you're going to get with the Charles Johnson fight. You don't know which Charles Johnson's going to show up. He can beat Loner Kavanagh and lose to other guy. Like he's like up and down, wishy washy. You don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to fight. It's always a good fight. Asu Amabayev, on the other hand, you know what you're getting with him. Just straight, really fast hands, great grappling. One loss in the UFC to the guy who just smoked Kyoji Horiguchi after getting his ass kicked for 12 minutes. I think I gotta go Asu here just because he hasn't given me a reason to pick against him. And Charles Johnson, like I said, like I was just previously saying, he's up in the air. You never know what you're gonna get. Asu's used to being the shorter fighter, used to like managing distance. I think he'll be all right. So I'm gonna go with Almabayev here.
Oddly enough, I completely agree with you when it comes to Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson can really easily win this fight in the first 5 seconds. Just clock Almabayev. Johnson could clock him, walk out the ring, victory, and make it look easy. Charles Johnson can turn this into a grind, just a really ugly fight, and win it that way. Or Charles Johnson can go out there, look lethargic, and Almabayev can just have his way with him. I don't know which Charles Johnson I'm getting. I'm hoping it's going to be the good Charles Johnson that shows up, the competitive Charles Johnson that looks to make this into a rough a wear and tear rugged fight. I don't like the fact that I'm counting on an if on this. Almabayev is going to basically put on his work gloves and just bring it. That's all he knows. That's all he does. I'm going with Almabayev. However, I'm not confidently going to say that this is a fight I'm going to put $1 on. I just don't like it.
That's fair.
Just because we've seen what a good Charles Johnson could do. I do like Almabayev. He should most likely win this fight. You might want to steer clear.
I hear you. Next up, we got Nazim Sadikov versus Mateus Camilo. Nazim Sadikov, slick striker, really fast hands, really strong hands, and he's going up against Mateus Camilo, who's really good jiu-jitsu. But in his last fight against Gabe Green, Gabe Green, he had Gabe Green in a triangle and had him dead to rights. Lost the triangle, then got submitted. He's 1-1 in the UFC, and Gabe Green was that loss. I think Sadikov is good enough to get Gabe Green, or good enough to get bro out of there, man. I just think even with Camilo's grappling, I don't think Sadikov's grappling's bad. He trains at the Ray Longo gym. Like what are we talking about? I think this is one-way traffic. Sadikov late, round 2, round 3, probably round 3, KO.
Just curious, do you think there's anything that Camilo can do to somehow squeeze out the win on the ground.
I mean, he he just got to be better at that day, like tomorrow, man. Like to squeeze out the win on his jujitsu just got to be up to par, up to level. Like he's a good jujitsu practitioner for sure, but I'm not full of confidence on him. If Gabe Green got out of a body triangle, then he got outworked and then put submitted. I'm just not sold.
I mean, you have a guy. This is another grappling matchup. Although fists will be thrown early, I expect this fight to hit the ground. Both guys excel with what they do on the ground. Um, I see this fight with Nazim on top, Camilo on the bottom, and I just don't know if Camilo can do enough to control Nazim while he's on the bottom. So I'm going to go with Nazim by just probably just by control in winning this fight rather than stopping him. I think he's just going to control the fight, and there's not much really not much action on the ground, but he does enough in controlling position to keep the fight there. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Nazim.
All right, cool. And we know Ray Longo's with him, man. I just can't pick against that, bro. I can't, especially after what happened. All right, next up. Oh, this is what it is. All right, the how can I phrase this to where it can get clipped? The guy who used to do crazy shit versus the guy who currently does crazy shit. Is that clippable? I don't know.
Why is that true?
It is true. Michelle Pereira used to do all types of stuff. He backflip and kick, like backflip stomped the dude, jumped off a cage, kicked the guy. Like this, ran away, did all types of, like Michelle Pereira made his whole career off of doing some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, he was kind of nuts.
And Shara does some stupid shit too, and it works. He just got it, like his double back fist. Like who throws a double spinning back fist, bro? What are we talking about? His antics, what he's doing it's crazy. He's a good striker. I feel like this fight is like basically a Shara Bullet setup fight. I think he's gonna get a highlight KO here just because Michelle just finds himself in these positions nowadays. He's not the same Michelle as he used to be. It says he's what 32. I don't know. Some of them Brazilians be faking their birth certificate, man. I'm not too sure, bro. I'm not too sure. He's I don't know. But I do know that I'm going with Shara the Bullet here. Probably KO late.
I'm
not gonna pick a
I'm saying I think Magomedov is definitely a fighter on a rise. I really like his style. I think this guy's going to be a serious, legit contender, and soon. Get on board with this guy. Yeah, I got Shara. I got him controlling this fight. You know what? He needs a steep increase in competition because Michelle Pereira is not it. I like Shara Magomedov. If there was a lock of the night for me, this would be it.
I mean, he's fought tougher guys. He's just lost. Like he fought MVP, and MVP just kind of picked him apart.
Well, that was his only loss.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it his only loss?
Yes, it is.
Oh, word. All right, cool. Well, I mean, MVP's a solid guy too. All right, we're on the same page. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Next up, Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel El Loco Torres. Rafael Fiziev in his last fight was able to. Well, actually, Rafael Fiziev in general is just—he's been going against the top of the top guys, man. Justin Gaethje twice. Was it Gamrot? There's one more. Roofy just styled on him. Like he highlighted him. I mean, he won against Ignacio Bahamondes, but he was able to do his foot kick to just how control the fight. And that works. Like his little flick kick, that he does works against guys who are like outside the box fighters who fight from range, which is what Bahamondes does. He's a taller one of those guys who likes to strike from distance, and Fiziev was keeping him on the outside, letting him try to strike from distance, but still outpointing him. Fiziev winning that one. Manuel Torres, on the other hand, is like a bull in a china shop, man. He's gonna rush you. He's gonna take you down, and that little don't, I just think this is a guy like I think Fiziev's 1-4 in his last five, and Torres is 4-1. So this is a guy on the rise versus a guy, falling off. Manuel Torres, like I said, got that pressure style in your face. Seven submission wins as well. So like that's not out of the way. He's not bad on the ground. I think the pressure and the pace that Torres wants to put on Fiziev is just going to overwhelm him, and I think Torres gets him out of there early. So I'm gonna go with Manuel El Loco Torres.
Wow. One thing about Torres, though, I wonder what he can do if the fight gets longer. Doesn't he have like a huge majority of his wins are in the first round? So
Early,
if
yeah.
Fiziev takes him, yeah, if Fiziev takes him into deep water, I don't know if Torres can maintain. Um, Fiziev is going to be a tough guy to get out early too. This is an interesting fight. You know what? I'm going to go with Fiziev here in a grind. I expect Torres to be super aggressive, but I just wonder if Torres doesn't get him out early, does he have the tank to take the fight late? I don't think he does, especially with you being a gas tank guy. You kind of surprised me on this one.
Oh, now you're
I'm gonna
flipping
go.
my. You're the
Yeah,
gas tank guy.
I'm gonna go with the hometown guy in this fight. I'm gonna go to Fiziev for the win.
I hear you. I hear you. Not bad. Not bad. We both got guys who gas out. I guess we're both taking them.
Yes,
You on
sir.
you on the opener, me on the main event. Um, I think that's all the card. You said you got Nascimento. I'm not mad at the Nascimento pick early. I think that's basically a contender series fight. Both of them haven't really done much. Um, so yeah, I think all in all, it's going to be a great card. Um, did you
Could
want to
be.
speak? Did you want to speak on the Manel Cop win? After Kyoji was piecing him up, bro. Like piecing him 2.5 rounds of dominance, and I was like, oh yeah, Kyoji's like cruising. That is
Do you know what
smoked
I
him.
do you know what I saw happen during that fight? Is I thought Manel. Well, the first round was it looked like he was trying to find his range, but just couldn't get anything going. In the second round, I thought things kind of changed up. I thought he was starting. He was looking to get where he wanted, found himself in trouble, but still was able to get into a nice range. And in the third round, let's just face it, once he landed, it was over.
Yeah.
He completely went for it right away, which I love fighters that once they sense danger, like they jump in for it, and he's ultra aggressive like that. This is one of those cases where if he would have hesitated, it might have cost him the fight. But he seized the moment and he completely followed up on it. He hit a vicious shot on the ground. I remember he made his neck snap and the guy went straight into the ground. It was I believe it was Herb Dean that was the ref, gave him every chance he could to get out of it. But that one shot that snapped his head back, he had to jump in at that point.
Yeah, it was over fast.
Good fight, good win. But this fight also showed a lot of the weakness that Manel has in his game. Good
He
fight, though.
can't. He can't grab. Like I thought he got like his grappling versus Muhammad Mukayev. Like he was able to grapple with him, and Mukayev's like whole game, like his whole like bag is grappling and wrestling. He might have lost like the Manel might have lost that fight, but like he was doing all right on the ground. Kyoji dominated him on the ground, man. I was like, wow. So I guess Kyoji's is that guy on the ground when it comes to it.
He's awesome, man. And by the way, wasn't that card last week had tons of stoppages?
Yeah, they were going. It was great. There was KOs left. I can't remember. Like I couldn't think of all of them off the top of my head. So I was just focusing on Manel.
Just about
Uh,
all of them. I think there was like nine stoppages.
9 out of 12. Who all was fighting off of that? I've been busy looking at this all day. I can't.
Admittedly, I don't have the card in front of me. I just knew that there was tons of stoppages. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I'll live tweet the whole thing, and as soon as it's gone, I'm done with it. This is how it is.
No, I completely understand. Holy crap, dude! You know that we have McGregor and Holloway coming up as the next main
2
fight
weeks.
after this.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Do you
We
know
got
what we
2 weeks.
have after that?
Uh, Islam versus or the fight at like you talking about the direct fight after, or are you talking about like the next main card?
The next main card,
Yeah, it's
the
Islam
following
versus.
week,
Oh no, what's the next? What's after that?
we
Is it
have
Oklahoma?
DDP.
Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah,
DDP
DDP and
duplex.
Kamara.
It's Duplessis versus Usman.
Yeah, in
Um,
Oklahoma. Yeah, they announced that last week,
yeah,
I think.
holy crap, dude! I
2 weeks
didn't
ago.
realize that was going to be the fight. But Usman, I wish he would have stayed at 170. These guys at 185, they just look so big next to him. Um, but we'll see. I mean, he still has something left in the tank. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, I think we got a great card coming up early tomorrow. I think it starts at 9:30.
9
And
a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. is the first
and
fight. 9:30 is like the next that fight. Is what it says.
and then the card after that is going to be one of the most
Fly.
is going to be one of the most intense, silly lead ups we've seen in quite a while.
Do you know who they're talking to, Max? Yeah, it's Mystic Max, man.
This,
It's
I think we don't have to get into it yet, but I think we're going to have very interesting takes on who we think wins that match. I'm pretty sure I already know who you're going with, but
I'm
the
guessing by
take is going to be interesting.
your tone is I'm going. I know who you're going with too. So
You
we
might
gonna
be
see.
shocked. You may be not. You might be shocked.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all coming out. Make sure you like and subscribe. We got all types of content, all types talking, all types of sports. Zip, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey,
We'll
always a pleasure, man.
see you in 2 weeks because no show next week because it's the 4th.
Yes, sir.
See you. Stay not moved.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.